Disclaimer, the comments made in this video are intended for entertainment purposes only and are not intended to offend anyone.
Welcome back, folks! Today, we're talking about the moment Charlie Kirk decided he just couldn't hold it in anymore and went toe-to-toe with woke culture. It wasn't a debate, it was a full-on roast session. Grab a seat, he brought the fire, but you'll have to bring your own popcorn. First up, Charlie Kirk went straight for the sacred cow of woke culture, my truth.
Watch this.
You say transitioning. At what point do you then become a man?
I was always a man. Well, I was always
If you were always a man, why do you have to take hormones?
Because it makes me more comfortable. I don't, like, you can be a man, but not feel that you're just, like, as comfortable as you would be if you looked more like a man. So I think those are two different things.
So can anybody be a woman and anyone can be a man?
Well, if you're not a woman, then you're not a woman. But it's not my place to decide if you are a woman or if you aren't a woman.
Can you give me definitions of either? Just so I know it when I see it.
Well, I'm not a sociologist. It does depend, like, even on different cultures. Saying that I was a man, that's when I was the happiest. And it wasn't even me transitioning yet. I was happier just saying that my truth is me being transgender.
Yeah, so if everybody has their own truth, then there is no truth. Correct? There's only truth or opinion.
No.
So you don't have a truth and I don't have a truth. There's just truth. Because the idea that everyone has their own truth, by definition, that means there's no truth. There's nothing objective above it. God loves you and he has a plan for you. And that plan is greater than trying to massacre and trying to castrate yourself.
A student tried packaging gender identity like a self-care subscription and Kirk wasn't buying. He asked for definitions, got word salad and excuses, then dropped the obvious. If everyone has their own truth, truth doesn't exist. While the student juggled feelings, Kirk lobbed logic grenades. His mic might as well have been a gavel by the end. And then came one of those classic prove me wrong setups.
I have to ask, what laws are you talking about? Can you be specific?
Sorry, I'm very nervous, but this is what you do. This is what you do. You take people and you put them under the spotlight and you...
Well, hold on. I didn't ask you to come up here. You voluntarily came to the front of the line. You didn't have to do that.
You're purposely antagonizing people on campus, asking
How?
people to come up by spreading your weird agenda in front of an audience like yourself. Hold on.
I'm more like a free speech liberal than Devin, not a fat.
You create a company that's like close to being a fascist, and then like.
Okay. How am I?
Sorry.
Let's go through this. How am I a fascist?
Dude, like you.
Can you name one thing I believe that's fascist?
You believe that like you on. But
I'm such a bad fascist. I let the people who disagree in open mic to talk to me for 2 hours uninterrupted.
Okay.
I'm an awful fascist.
You're not murdering a baby. It's not a baby.
Okay, well let's play this out. What is it then?
It is an embryo, which is not a baby.
Well, okay, so it's a fertilized embryo.
Correct, which is not a baby.
So at what point does it become a baby?
When it is born.
Oh.
I don't believe that. I don't believe anything is
sorry,
eternal.
you don't believe it.
That does not make yours.
Yeah, you do.
Hold on a second. Here's the thing. At some point, somebody's truth has to win. Because guess what? Your truth doesn't matter.
Kirk corners a nervous student who admits it feels like a spotlight trap. Then another steps up, calls him fascist, and blanks when asked to explain. Kirk milks the silence. Later, an abortion debate surfaces with a student claiming a baby isn't real until birth. Kirk's drawn-out O lands like a punchline, amplifying the awkwardness. Next up, Kirk takes aim at the heart of woke logic.
The best definition of woke is against any sort of natural law. Men can give birth, yes, right? It's so against what we understand to be true that it requires a college degree to even entertain it. And you guys laugh, but what's funny is that if you go down the income ladder, the poorer you are in America, the less likely you are to believe in the ideas that the woke are pushing. That's a uniquely white, upper middle class, college educated phenomenon. It requires a college degree to be indoctrinated to believe some of this stuff.
He starts with the claim that men can give birth, calling it an idea that collapses under its own weight. The crowd laughs when he says you need a college degree to believe it. His punchline, the poorer you are, the less you buy it. To him, it's an upper middle class hobby fueled by diplomas and detachment. Then comes the abortion face-off.
It's wrong to murder a baby.
You're not murdering a baby. It's
Okay.
not a baby.
What is it then?
It is an embryo.
What species is the baby in the womb?
It's a human, but
Therefore,
it's an
they should have
embryo.
human rights.
No, I do not agree.
Oh, so small humans, no human rights. Grown humans,
It's
human
not
rights.
a small human. It's an embryo.
It has a heartbeat. It has
That
brain
does
waves.
not make it a child.
The excuses given for abortion is dehumanization. Oh, it's just an embryo. Guys, that's just using different language to justify the massacre of something smaller than you.
If I were to be pregnant right now and forced to have a baby, that would ruin my life. If I just happened to be pregnant.
Oh, well, you don't happen to get pregnant. It's like not like getting COVID.
I know how it
okay?
works.
You don't get the flu.
I know.
How about
but
this?
say
You
I got
take
pregnant.
responsibility for your orgasms and
What if
stop
that doesn't
eliminating
work?
people smaller than you.
So you're saying I should carry a baby and ruin my collegiate life?
How about this? Instead of saying ruin, first of all, babies are a blessing. Stop talking at them as if they're some sort of annoyance.
I will have to drop out of college.
Number two, you play certain games, you win certain prizes. If you're going to go have...
saying
You
I
might-
should drop out of college to support my child
I'm
instead of supporting my life.
I'm saying if you're going to engage in coitus, in the practice of having children, you might end up with a baby. So know that. And guess what? You don't need to have before you get married. It's not like showering. It's not like eating.
Are you married?
Yes, with 2 beautiful children.
Wow, good for you.
I could tell you're not married.
Yeah.
Kirk calls it murder, she calls it an embryo, and biology class goes off the rails. The crowd laughs, the student flusters, and Kirk grins like he pulled the fire alarm. He finishes with his line about taking responsibility, a sermon nobody asked for. The audience loves it while she's left shaking her head. Then comes a moment when Kirk goes for his favorite gotcha.
So what is a woman?
Dude, I don't know. That one's hard. I know that's your line, and I think that's hard to say, man. I don't know.
But what
do you think is a woman?
Well, a woman is an adult female with XX chromosomes. It's not difficult, right?
I
It's always been that way.
disagree. I don't think so.
But if you disagree, why? But then what is your alternative?
Oh, I don't know.
So you disagree with that? You disagree without an alternative?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, I mean, I think that's a fair thing to say.
But you disagree, but you must have some opinion. What is your opinion of what a woman is?
I really don't know. I think it's a gender. I think it's a gender more than a. I think sex is female, and then woman is like gender. Yeah. That's what I would say.
A civilization that can't define very basic biological terms and stay close to them is a civilization in moral chaos.
He asks, "What is a woman?" and this person in pink just shrugs. Kirk follows with chromosomes to circle an answer and ends with his civilization in chaos line as applause lands. The pauses and stumbles are better left to the footage, play it slow and let the clip speak. Another stop on the What is a Woman tour.
What is a woman?
It's a person who believes they're a woman.
No, but that's not a definition. What objectively is a woman?
Just anyone who believes they're a woman.
No, without using the word woman.
It's just a person who believes they're a woman. I mean, what's wrong with that?
The inability to answer the most fundamental, obvious biological question, what is a woman? This is not troubling. Like, it's so simple, it's so obvious. Last chance. Can you tell me what a woman is? Are you a woman?
Why are you so hateful?
I asked you what a woman was. That's not hateful.
I gave you the definition.
Thank you for your time.
A young woman offers her definition of a woman, anyone who believes they are one. Kirk asks for something concrete. Silence follows as the crowd stirs. Pressed again, she accuses him of hate. He shrugs and doubles down. She walks off to cheers, leaving the question hanging and no middle ground in sight. And then comes the purple-haired jihadi.
Let's bring the purple-haired jihadi up. Come on up. Let's go. Come on. Come on. Let's go. I'm sorry. What did you say?
Wait, I just have one question for you. No. Why does your face look like that?
I'm sorry.
Why does your face look like that?
Are you're the one saying that to me?
Yeah. And what about it?
What is a woman?
Dude, you're ugly as you get no. And you look like that. Like, why does your face look like that? And the woman that was up here before, she was right when she said your mom missed her abortion date because. And you look trans too. I just had to say that. Yeah.
They have no... Anyone else? Anyone else want to say something? No, I'm kidding. Okay. They have no idea what they're doing when they come up to the mic like this.
She storms the mic like it's open mic night and skips any real question, going straight for Kirk with, "Why do you look like that?" The crowd laughs as she piles on insults, a few censored words, even an abortion jab. By the end, the audience drowns her out. Kirk grins, thanks her for the comedy, and notes what happens when you come unprepared. This time, a street corner lecture that turns into Charlie's favorite hobby, shredding bad economics.
Should black people get reparations?
I believe they should.
Why should we generalize and say reparations for black people?
Because there are people that are in a worse place because their family were brought here as slaves.
So over 150 years, they didn't have any ability to make better decisions, to save money, and to invest. It was such a big deal.
Are you blaming a person for being stuck in indentured servitude?
How did the Jews get so wealthy post-Holocaust? How did the Jews get so wealthy? How did the Asians get so wealthy?
You're bringing in really hateful dialect.
No,
Sir.
factual dialect, because you don't like it. The Asians were put in internment camps, and they were the poorest group in America. And guess what? They're the richest in America now. The Jews had an extermination act against them in the Holocaust. They had nothing. Everything was stolen. And now they're the richest per capita in the Western world. Why?
This kid in a Coke shirt claims reparations are the fix. Kirk jumps in, asking why one group deserves payouts when others faced history's worst too. He cites Jews after the Holocaust and Asians after internment, and the kid freezes like it's a surprise math test. Kirk wraps up his shirt shouting, "The government is lying to you." And then we get the bio student moment.
When did your development begin as a human?
I mean, yes, I'm a bio student. I am aware of the process of gamete fusion, man. I know what a zygote is. That's not that's not a moral qualifier.
That's when. Wait, hold on. So, it's a human, and human development begins at conception. Therefore, human life begins at conception. When did your life become worthy of protection?
When I became actually conscious and able to speak.
So, like, able to speak. So, like, 2 years old.
I think I was a bit earlier than that, yeah.
No, babies usually don't speak till about year and a half. So if I murdered you at 6 months, that's okay?
Yes.
And you're a bio student at UC Riverside?
Yes. Okay, so...
Let me ask you a question. Would you save 100 dogs' lives or 1 human life?
I would save 1 dog over your life, but...
No, tell me why a human... and we'll close with this. The fact that he's a bio student at this university shows the horrifying moral rot happening in higher education, and Trump should defund all these schools as evidence. Thank you very much.
A UC Riverside kid tries debating when life begins, fumbling through zygotes until Kirk asks if killing him at 6 months would be fine. He says yes, out loud. The crowd gasps and laughs. Then he adds he'd save a dog over Kirk. Kirk barely pushes, ending with a blunt verdict. Moral rot in higher education. Next up, Charlie takes aim at Canada.
Canada. We could have a Prime Minister Carney. We could have a catastrophe on our hands. Huge explosion of housing prices. A incomprehensible immigration flood. Like, hard to even grasp. The patterns of what we're seeing in Canada are eerily similar to that in America. Canadians over the age of 60 and over are by far the most likely to vote for Carney because they thought he was good at dealing with Donald Trump.
He warns of housing spikes and immigration floods, blaming older voters for backing Carney for his Trump ties. Canada's top export, bad policy. Then comes pandemic history. Lockdowns were a trade-off where the young lost their future, so grandma caught more Wheel of Fortune. He calls it soft child sacrifice. Finally, he claims mass migration has already wrecked Canada. Next up, Charlie Kirk decided to put woke under the microscope, and the results were hilarious.
The term woke, by the way, is a catch-all term. You can like it, you cannot like it. It actually comes from a belief that you have now been able to wake up to all the systemic injustice and oppression around you. And now you are enlightened enough to be able to see that there's racism around everywhere, and that at that moment you're woke. I honestly think it's somewhat helpful to now have a word other than liberal or left to describe the most insane things that are happening. I'll give you one example. And most people don't know this. The Toronto Raptors are a national basketball team, obviously, and they do this video for Women's Month or Women's Week or whatever it is, right?
and they're just kind of off the cuff social media video. You've seen those kind of promo videos, and they play them kind of during halftime or during timeouts, and they say, okay, why do you guys appreciate the women in your life, or why should we appreciate women? And the players for the Raptors say, oh, they're queens and they're amazing and they're the only ones that could procreate. Oh, can't say that. The Toronto Raptors published that video and quickly were forced to take down that video and issue a multi-paragraph apology groveling that saying that this is not true, we're going to be better, we're really learning that the idea that only women can procreate. Could you imagine the locker room after that? The Toronto Raptors? I mean, no better way to radicalize National Basketball Association players to being right-wingers than being like, no, actually you're too dumb to think that only women can become pregnant. And it's one thing to believe an insane thing, that's nothing new. What's different though is to force us to believe it and not be able to challenge it. And I'm not going to put up with that, and you shouldn't either.
He calls it a catch-all for finding oppression in coffee and racism in a sandwich. Then comes the Toronto Raptors apology, where saying women can procreate was treated like a hate crime. Biology class canceled for being offensive. Kirk mocks the hostage tape apology, pointing out it's not just believing nonsense, but being forced to clap along. And there it is, 12 rounds of Charlie Kirk throwing punches at woke logic and walking away without a scratch. If this circus is any sign of where things are headed, you'll want to stick around for the next act. Hit that subscribe button, drop a comment on which moment had you laughing or cringing the most.